Welcome back to Fitness Week. Today is your second lesson, but I want to recap what the first lesson was all about. And that was the 4 tips to building an effective exercise plan. Number 1 was moving every day. Number 2 was lifting weights. Number 3 was moving with velocity. And number 4 was play. Now I hope you're starting to implement those into your current exercise plan. But today I want to talk to you about nutrition. And nutrition is just as important as exercise. And hey man, some might argue that it's more important than exercise, meaning you can't just go home and eat whatever you want and expect to burn it off in the gym. That's not how your metabolism works, and unfortunately that's just not how it works in the real world. So a lot of people that come into our 8-week challenge, or even our current students, a lot of their questions tend to revolve around nutrition. They don't feel they have the time to prepare the meals ahead of time, and even if they did, they don't fully understand what foods they should be mixing together. And it's all being confused too, because you have a lot of companies out there that are pushing supplements and smoothies and cleanses and things that are offering really quick results, and unfortunately those quick fixes are going to set you up for failure down the road. And by that I mean a lot of studies show that people that do go on those crash diets, they tend to gain more weight back than they actually originally lost, and it actually makes it a little bit harder to lose weight. So today I want to give you guys 5 helpful tips to overcome the confusion and to start helping you live healthier today. And with living healthier, that's going to help you boost your daily energy. It's going to help with your sleep at night. It's going to help you to lose more body fat a lot more quickly if you're already engaging in a resistance training program. And it's also going to help boost your immune system, and that's going to make sure that you don't get sick as often, and so you don't have to miss work, and that you can always be there for your family and you're not also missing your workouts. So those 5 tips I'm going to give you today is: number 1, we're going to avoid dieting. Number 2, I want you to remove sugar and processed foods. Processed foods meaning fast foods or things that come in a box or a can. Number 3 is portion sizes. Number 4 is eating whole foods. And number 5 is the 80-20 rule. Number 1, avoid dieting. So there is no end-all be-all diet, or not one size fits all way to eat. In fact, I want you to get rid of diet from your vocabulary. Instead, I want you to think more about this as a lifestyle. I want you to think about just eating healthy every single day, because those fad diets and crash courses and cleanse regimens are actually just really damaging your metabolism and setting you up for failure down the road. Instead, I want you to make it your personal policy to every single day and every single meal to really focus on those meals and just eating healthy and making this a lifestyle commitment. Number 2, cut out sugar and processed foods. In North America, sugar is everywhere. It's in our processed foods, it's in a lot of our condiments that we eat. And in North America, the average American's diet, we consume pounds of it every single day. And it's these foods that are processed and high in sugar that your body doesn't really recognize as whole foods. So instead, it actually sees these things as toxins or poisons and treats them as so, meaning total body inflammation and brain inflammation. It's also going to cause your pancreas to secrete a lot of insulin, and when done over time, that's what causes fatigue and weight gain, more specifically body fat storage. And if you continue to eat these type of foods that are highly processed, come in cans or boxes or fast food, or a lot of added sugars, like your pastries, your cookies, breads and things like that, over time, that's what leads to the chronic diseases like diabetes, stroke, cancer, and a lot of the other chronic diseases as well. Number 3, watch your portion sizes. So most people are not aware of what are good portions or how to make their plate, and overall they just are not aware of how many calories they're consuming. And over time, this is what leads to weight gain and body fat storage. So I'm asking you to be aware of what you're eating. Now, I'm not asking you to count your calories, but I do want you to look at your plate. And today I'm going to show you a diagram of how you should be building your plate moving forward. So you want half of your plate to come from good lean source of protein: chicken, fish, eggs, even lean beef like 93/7. You can also be a vegetarian source of protein like soy or tofu. The other half of your plate needs to come from fruits and vegetables. So your vegetables coming from like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, and then also add a lot of color to get variety in there. So bell peppers, the reds, the yellows, the oranges. And then up here, you want about 2/3 or 1/3 cup of brown rice, quinoa, or sweet potatoes. Number 4, eating whole foods. So in the second tip, I told you to remove sugar and processed foods, and now I'm going to tell you exactly what whole foods are. So I just want you to become more aware of locally grown and organic, go into your Whole Foods or Sprouts or something like that. And I don't want you to necessarily think of, oh man, counting calories or restricting yourself or even the things that you need to be removing from your diet. Instead, I want you to think, what I need to be adding to my diet in terms of whole foods. So when I say whole foods, I'm talking about fresh fruits and vegetables, your dark leafy greens, pick any fruits that you like to enjoy. We're talking about lean meats, that's your chicken, your fish, your eggs, your lean beef like the 93 over said, and good healthy fats like your extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, things like that you can cook with or use for salad dressings. And as you start to integrate this whole food style of eating, you're going to start to feel better with the reduced inflammation and with the training that you're going to be engaging in. It's going to really help you to see the results that you've been looking for. Number 5, the 80-20 rule. So 80-20 is a rule that we use here specifically at Training for Warriors to help redirect people on how to eat and live healthy in the real world, right? So it's unrealistic to think that you're going to be killing it on your diet 100% of the time, right? That means you got to avoid social outgoings. You can't go out with friends and family, and you can't ever get to indulge. And that's just unrealistic. So the 80% is when you're on point, right? You're getting your 3 workouts in all throughout the week. You're following your healthy diet with the whole foods, and you've knocked out all the processed foods and added sugar. And the other 20% is kind of where you get to live, right? This is where reality comes in. So you get to have your indulgences as you see. And this is what keeps you sane, right? So whether that's a piece of dark chocolate or, a glass of red wine, this is where you get to live, right? And this is what makes eating healthy sustainable for the long haul. Now I want to wrap this all together in a nice little package for you to end out your second lesson here during Fitness Week, and that's with our Warrior 20. So the Warrior 20 are the 20 foods that we use here for all of our students to guide them and put everything into context, right? So this list of 20 foods is foods that are at the head of the pack in terms of nutrient density, meaning how much nutrients you get per calorie. So this is going to also help with joint inflammation. It's going to help you to recover quickly in between your workout sessions, so you're able to give 100% at every one of your workouts. And so ultimately it's going to help you build muscle, burn fat, and to feel better about yourself. If you just click the link below this video here, you'll be able to be taken to a PDF document that you can save, and that can be used as a grocery list, and use that with your plate that I showed you earlier to start building healthier, better meals today.